Hey girl, hey, it's Nita and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, I'm Nita Danielle, and on this channel we focus on all things faith, fashion, lifestyle, motherhood, and everything in between. So if you enjoy those topics, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Today I am doing a get ready with me. I have not done one of these in a while, and if I'm honest with y'all, I'm in a rush. I'm going to a YouTube event. I think it's called the YouTube Creator Collective. They've been having them in different cities, and today they are in Dallas. So per usual, I am rushing because I had to take my baby to jazz theater class this evening. They have another play coming up, so they've been having extra rehearsals, and I didn't factor that in when I said yes to this event. So girl, just mom life and all of the things. So I'm talking to y'all, and I am also trying to do the best I can to get out the door. I did do my hair earlier today, but I need to tie it down. If you're a part of the Pixie gang, you already know you got to tie the hair down. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hop into it. I do have oily skin, so everything that I'm using is oily girl friendly, especially with the summer coming up. This is also a great heat proof makeup. I'm also a full coverage girly, so everything that I'm using is great for if you prefer full coverage. So I will have the everything that I'm using on my skin and just in general in the description box down below. But this is a true get ready with me, so I will be sharing the products that I'm using as I use them. So first, I use the One Size Beauty Oil Sucker, and I use that just to help control the oils on my skin. If you're a triple OG to makeup, you know that the girls used to use milk of magnesia on our face. This reminds me of that, but it's actually formulated for the skin. Now, as far as foundation today, again, I do want full coverage since I'm going to an event, and I'm using my favorite One Size Beauty Turn Up the Base foundation, and this is the shade Dark Deep 25N. So I don't know how I thought I was gonna do my makeup with nobody's mirror, but towards the top of the year, y'all, my skin has been going through it. I've always suffered with acne, but at the top of the year, I started having breakouts, like deep breakouts under the skin, and they went on until about a month ago. I don't know what happened. I don't know what triggered it. I don't know what caused it. I do know that it started like right after I ended the Daniel fast, and I don't know if it was like the change in diet. And then right after that, Jada and I both got sick. We ended up getting the flu. So I don't know if it was a combination of being sick and, you know, like the diet change that I was on during that time. I don't know what was going on, but y'all, my skin literally is just starting to recover. We thank God for that. But I have a lot of hyperpigmentation on my cheeks that I didn't have before. And like I said, I've always suffered from acne prone skin, but like, girl, this year has been the worst. And so this that y'all seeing, even with all of the texture and everything, is major improvement from how my skin has been all year long. I thank God for the improvements on my skin because, ooh, child. As far as the brushes that I'm using, most of the brushes that I use are from Real Technique, so I'll link them down below. But now we're gonna move on to brows. I'm using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil in the shade number 5. Now, I did have my eyebrows microbladed years ago, at least 3 years ago now. So I do still have a little bit of that left on my brows. So I don't fill them in a whole lot. I kind of just try to go in and fill in the sparser areas. Also, my brows are definitely cousins, not twins. One of them sits higher than the other naturally. And so I am just at a point in my life where I don't fight it. You know, it is what it is. So yeah, I just fill them in very little. They're not perfect, and I'm okay with what is. So next I'm gonna take my concealer, and I'm using the One Size Turn Up the Base Concealer in the shade number Dark 3. And I do love a full coverage concealer, and one thing that I can say about the One Size Beauty products that I have, they are for the full coverage girl. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do more of like an everyday lighter coverage makeup tutorial. I can definitely do something like that. I do have different products that I use for days where I don't want, you know, more of a full coverage look. I have found some products that I use for that. So if you're interested, let me know. But yeah, when I want full coverage, like I said, if I'm shooting or going to an event like I am today or something like that, or going to church or just going out, I'm typically a full coverage girl. But I am now, I guess as I'm maturing, I do have moments where I don't want as much going on. And I say maturing because I've never really been like a 5-minute makeup girl or like a light coverage girl. I've always been of the mind, if I'm gonna put on makeup, I'm gonna put it on. Like either I'm gonna put it on or I'm not gonna wear it. A or B, there's no in between. But I am now at that point where sometimes I want something, but I don't really want too much. And before my skin went through whatever it went through at the top of the year, I was at the point where, you know, most times I was just putting on a little concealer over some of my hyperpigmentation, a little concealer under the eye, mascara, or my lash extensions when I was wearing them, and I was good to go. But lately I have been doing more full coverage because, like I said, my skin has just been going through it. And I'm getting it under control. Shout out to my esthetician and just shout out to Jesus, girl, because I really, to this day, I still don't know what caused my skin to break out the way it did. Like I literally was feeling like an adolescent, prepubescent teenager. But yeah, we're on the upward swing, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm hopeful that my skin will be in much better shape by the time summer gets here. Because in the summer, you know, I definitely want to opt for lighter coverage. And so I'm hoping that my skin will be in a much better place to allow me to do that. Also, something else I want to know just for reference, my hands are darker than my entire body. So I'm not trying to make myself look lighter. I try to make myself match my chest, but my hands are just darker. They've always been darker. I don't know why, but yeah, so just FYI, I match my chest. I feel like that makes more sense than like matching my hands, but they're just dark. All right, so now we're gonna set the concealer, and I'm using yet again One Size Beauty. I'm using the translucent powder. I don't know the name of this one, or like, I think this is in the shade Honey. I think that's what this one is, but they have a variety of different shades. You can use Honey, they have a translucent, they have like deeper warm tones, and I wanna say they have like a pink one as well that was viral. It's cute. I haven't tried that one. If you have, let me know in the comments down below. But I do find that the One Size Beauty products are just great for those of us who have oily skin. They're just one of my favorites. Another foundation too, if you like full coverage and if you have oily skin, Estee Lauder Double Wear. Estee Lauder Double Wear is another great foundation. All right, so I'm gonna set the rest of my face with the One Size Beauty Turn Up the Base foundation powder in the shade Dark 4. And if you're newer to makeup, when we talk about setting, anywhere where you use like a liquid or cream product, you want to set it with a powder. So the powder is not necessarily adding more coverage. It can if you wanted to, but these powders that I'm using are not necessarily to add more coverage. It's just to set the makeup so it's not slipping and sliding all over my face. So now I'm just gonna dust the powder from under my eyes and the rest of my face. And I'm gonna go in with bronzer. Y'all, I have been wearing out this Mented Yacht Life bronzer. I actually got this as a part of a partnership maybe a year ago, and I have worn this thing out. I literally have nothing left and I need to get a new one, but I love this. And bronzer, or contour, a lot of times we use interchangeably. I just use it to kind of warm up my face a little bit, add a little bit more dimension in the face. Typically, if I wasn't wearing my pixie, I would go around like the halo part of my face, but my hair covers this portion of my face, so I just kind of do the cheeks and I catch my chin. And then I also go in and contour, well, I use this bronzer as a contour for my nose as well. And I also put it on my eyelids. I use it for dang near everything at this point. And I take that same bronzer, use it on the cheeks, I use it on my chin, I use it to contour my nose, I use it as an eyeshadow pretty much, and then I also put it under the eye. Obsessed with cream blush lately, and lately I've been using this one from Rare Beauty. This one's in the shade Joy, but I have quite a few from her and they are all amazing. Now normally you would want to put this on before the powder, but I forgot, so I'm just gonna put it on top and see what happens. And I'm also a lover of orange blush. Yes, as a black woman on black and brown us melanated sisters, I think the orange blush just looks amazing on our complexion. It just gives like a naturally flushed look, and I love that. Okay, I don't think it looks bad. And I'm also a big blush, like I'm a blush lover. I love blush, so. All right. Now we're definitely gonna set that since I put it on top of the powder. I'm just gonna set it or go over it with my powder blush, in which I'm gonna use NARS Exhibit A. And NARS Exhibit A is like a very deep orange, but it shows up so beautiful on brown skin. All right, next I'm gonna go in with a little bit of highlight, and I'm using this Charlotte Tilbury highlight in the shade Golden Glow. I honestly don't know if they sell this anymore, but this is one of my favorite highlighters, so I am using it until I can't no more. Now I told y'all I'm in a rush, so I'm undecided as to whether I'm gonna put on real eyeshadow or not, but I'm taking this same Charlotte Tilbury highlight and I'm just popping it in my inner corner. I kind of want to put on some eyeshadow, but I just don't really have time. You know what? I'm gonna go in with this I'm gonna go in with this Makeup Forever Artist to Go palette in the shade, this one is called Anywhere Caffeine. I have been wearing this thing out, y'all, and I'm gonna go in with, it's just like a bronzy brown shade. I'm gonna use that on my eyelid just to add a little bit of something because I kind of want a little bit of eyeshadow on, but I am trying to get out the door, so we're just gonna do this and call it a day. All right, I'm gonna line my eyes. I've been loving and using the Sephora liners. Now mine are dirty, but I use the liquid eyeliner for the top of my eyes, and then I use their pencil liners for my waterline. And I love these because the pencil liners are waterproof, not the liquid. Now I usually prefer to use, Sephora has a felt tip liner that is so much easier, especially if you're not, if you feel like you don't have a steady enough hand to do liquid liner, but they were sold out at the time and I really needed liner. So I would highly recommend to try out their felt tip liner. It's like a pencil pretty much, but it's just a felt tip. And it gives you the look of liquid liner without the messy application, or you know, it's just easier if you don't have a steady hand. Actually not gonna do liner in my waterline. I've been liking the way my face looks without it. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with mascara. Actually, before I do mascara, I'm gonna set my face. Always spray your face first before you put mascara on. I find that even if I use waterproof mascara, when I spray my face, the bottom of my lashes end up touching my under eyes and it ends up staining. So spray your face first if you're gonna use a setting spray, and then put on your mascara, especially for the bottom lashes. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and use my setting spray, and I have been loving and using the One Size On Till Dawn setting spray. You see my waterproof sticker on the side, but this is my favorite. Whew. Now I can't attest for if it's waterproof or not. I haven't tried it, but I can say as an oily girl, it helps my makeup to last and stay in place even when it is hot outside. All right, so I'm gonna put some lashes on, but I put the glue on off camera. While I'm waiting on that to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and do my lip. And this is my go-to lip combo. I wear this 99.9% of the time. And it is Sephora Liquid Lip Stains in the shades number, I think it's 76 and 25. It's the brown and cream. I'll find out what shades they are and put them across the screen because, girl, I cannot read these little old bitty numbers on the bottom of this. Like, how small is that? That's crazy. So I use those. And then I have been loving the MAC Oyster Girl Lip Glass. Y'all, triple OG. lip gloss that they've brought back. I think MAC did like a re-edition of some of their OG nude lips, and I have been loving them. I also picked up Peach Stock, and there's another one that I picked up that I have to show y'all in another video, but this has been my go-to nude lip combo. I love it so much. I feel like it goes with anything, and these Sephora liquid lipsticks stay on forever. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the lashes. I get my lashes from my local beauty supply. I can't remember the brand and the name. Of course, it's not on the packaging anymore, but I will do what I can to link them down below. All right, y'all, the makeup is done. We're gonna go ahead and take this scarf off of our hair to see what we're looking like. Hair is as good as it's gonna get right now. So there's that. This is the face. And this is our hair. Let's go put our outfit on so we can go ahead and get out of here because I'm running late. Hey girl, hey, so I'm headed out to the YouTube Creator Collective event. I think that's what it's called. And this is our outfit of the evening. Y'all, I was itching to wear this two-piece set. If you saw my recent in-store shopping at Dillard's haul, then you saw me try this on. Yes, I absolutely did grab it. This is a two-piece set. It's a skirt and a top. I'm just short, so everything looks like a one-piece on me. So this is from Dillard's. These shoes are from Express, but I got them a few years ago. The bag is from Mango last year. Earrings are from Amazon. Rings are from Kendra Scott, and I want to say this one's from TJ Maxx. My usual bracelets and watch, and that is our look of the evening. I love this so much.